Hey guys, how are you? David Franco here from datafranco.com with a rather exciting product review brought to you by TokyoFlash.com. I say rather exciting because honestly I'm not usually a big watch person, but I found this to be pretty freaking awesome, for the lack of more professional words. This is the Kisai RPM SS LED watch, again from TokyoFlash.com. It retails for about $190, but I do have a coupon code, but you guys will stay tuned to the end of this video for details on that. So let's just jump into the product review. Okay, so what comes in the box when you order this watch from TokyoFlash.com? You get the watch itself, obviously, well, I would hope you do. You also get a manual which teaches you how to set and read the time, because honestly, this is not your typical watch, but that's a good thing. It has a slight learning curve, but I promise it's very easy. You also get a charging cable to charge this watch via USB, which is really cool. I'll talk about that in a bit. And finally, you get a small screwdriver, which allows you to press a small button on the right side of the watch, which allows you to set the time and any other options included on the watch. Okay, so with the contents out of the way, let's get into the watch itself. The build quality, guys, I gotta say, I'm overly impressed. I was not expecting awesome build quality out of a geeky watch, because when I think of geeky watches, I think of getting something from maybe ThinkGeek.com. ThinkGeek is a great website, but I gotta be honest, guys, they don't sell the most high quality products. Okay, so anyway, let's just get into detail. The RPM SS LED watch is built out of stainless steel, so yes, you can bet your butts this build quality is amazing. It has an excellent feel, a nice weight to it. It's a little heavy, but definitely not too heavy. It's heavy enough to the point where you know this thing is well built. And if you want to get exact, it weighs 120 grams approximately. The minimum wrist size is 100 millimeters with a maximum wrist size of 210 millimeters. And of course, it is water resistant, so that's always a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, so how exactly do you read the time on a watch as complicated as this? Well, guys, I gotta say, I promise, it's really not complicated at all. The LEDs on the middle are the hours. So, for instance, right now, it's 3 o'clock, because that's on the far right. The 3 on the clock is a 3, so it's really no different on here. Then the LEDs on the outside are increments of 5. So we have 3:05, 3:10, 3:15, 3:20, and so on. But then, this is where it gets a little confusing, but you really get used to it after 5 minutes of use. On the very top here, we have 4 LEDs. We have 3 blinking, which means it's 3 on the watch somewhere. Added 3 minutes onto whatever increment of 5 you're using, added onto the increment of the hour. I promise, it's really not that complicated, guys. Okay, for example, it's 3:15, right? Because we have both far rights blinking. Then on the top, we have, let me just confirm, I'm watching this backwards. Yes, 3. So it should be 3:18. 3:15 plus 3, 3:18. Let's check my phone to confirm. It's 3:19. Close enough. That's just typical time stuff. But as you guys can see, it's very easy. I promise it's not that complicated. If anything, it's really cool. And I have mine set to go off every 5 minutes just to do a little blinking LED animation, which is pretty cool. Now, to set the time, you take the small included screwdriver, you push the small button on the right of the watch itself, hold it down for 3 seconds or so, maybe 4 seconds, I'm really not sure of the exact. Just hold it down for a few seconds, and you'll begin to see the LEDs blinking. You basically press the top right button to set the time, and then when you want that increment, you press the little button itself again, then that'll go into the minutes of 5, and then finally you get down to the 4 last LEDs up top, and that's how you get your specific time. You know, I'm really bad at explaining that, I realize that, but believe me guys, it's easy. It's one of those things that's really tough to explain, but once you do it yourself in person, I promise, it's a very cool experience. I have never used any other watch like this, so I definitely recommend checking it out. Okay, so we talked about time specifics, how to read the time edits at the time. What about battery life? Well, I actually got word from an official rep from TokyoFlash.com, and he told me that you do get 1 month of battery life out of this watch from one charge. 1 month. That's not bad at all. But what happens when that dies? Well, it's easy. You just use the included screwdriver on the top left of the watch. You unscrew that small screw. You plug in the included USB cable. Plug the USB into your computer or anything that charges via USB. And then, of course, you just charge and wait for 3 hours until the watch is fully charged, and you're good to go. But of course, guys, the number of fun does not stop there. You get over 300 full charges on this watch, which equals to 25 years of usage. 25 years. That's pretty insane. Now, what happens when this watch does die after 25 years? Well, not to worry. You can replace the battery for just $3. They sell it on Amazon. Honestly, though, I wouldn't even worry about it yet. 25 years is a long time. I can't even imagine where we're going to be 25 years from now in terms of the tech industry and where iPhones are going to be and where watches are going to be. It's pretty insane. But long story short, once this battery does die after 25 years, you can just buy the battery on Amazon for 3 years, replace it yourself, and be on the go. Okay, so what is my conclusion on this watch? Guys, I gotta say, overall, I was very, very impressed. Again, I have to reiterate what I talked about before. This is not a cheap watch whatsoever. It sells for $190. Not only do you get a cool experience, but you get excellent build quality, stainless steel, and it's available in both green and blue LEDs. So if you're not a fan of this blue, which I am honestly, blue looks pretty damn cool, you also have the option of getting it in green, which is always good. Okay, so apparently this watch is pretty popular, so it's sold out right now over at TokyoFlash.com. But good news, apparently they're getting more in, and you can pre-order now, and it should be available starting October 15th, 2012. But by the time you're watching this video, the watch is most likely in stock. However, also keep in mind, TokyoFlash.com was nice enough to hook me up with an exclusive coupon code for you guys, my fellow viewers. So if you want to knock off 10% of the $190 price tag, you can just by entering the coupon code at checkout, TCONE. You know, that's my rap name. Didn't you know? TC1, TCONE, and you knock off 10% off any watch price on their website. So what are you waiting for? Check it out. Awesome watch. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Huge thanks to TokyoFlash.com for sending this for review. But the fun does not stop there, guys. I do have another watch that I'm going to start taking notes on today and start using, and that's the touchscreen on-air watch, I believe it's called. And that's even more unique than this. And now I think that wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this watch or any other watches over at their website. Just comment below your thoughts. And thanks for liking the video. Thank you for your continued support, and I'll see you next time.